What is going on, YouTube? It's your favorite YouTuber, me and my kicks, and this is my top 10 underrated sneaker pickups of 2020, man, coming up. Quick disclaimer, now once again, the shoes that I got in my underrated top 10, it could very well be in your top 10 shoes of 2020, but it's all a difference of opinions. So don't go too crazy in the comment section. My top 10 was my top 10, and these shoes that I'm about to present to you, they just really couldn't crack it because the top 10 that I had was just so nasty. Also, if you haven't seen my top 10 sneaker pickups of 2020, I'll put a link up above. You can check it out. And lastly, I got to shout out a cold up-and-coming YouTuber. His name is Luke Kane. Luke Kane Kicks. He gave me some free merch, man. I appreciate you, boy. You know, I'm going to definitely go ahead and rock this joint. But check him out on all forms of social media at Luke Kane Kicks. But on YouTube, his name is Luke Kane, you know, after the Mortal Kombat artist, you know, fighter or whatever. But you know, he also gave me a sticker, which is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and get this camera in on that if I did. But yeah, man, just overall, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the gift. You know, I didn't really get much for Christmas, so you know, I'll count it as a Christmas present, man. So I appreciate you. So now, since I got the shout out the way, you already know I got to do an honorable mention. So the honorable mention is the Somewhere in America, or SIA Culture Vulture .02. Now this colorway here is the cream team colorway, which is a great colorway. You see, you got that navy with the red, and then as you can see, you got that like gold speckles in the flat knit, and then you got that red sole. But just overall, man, a clean shoe, great craftsmanship on this shoe. And you know, he has a lot of colorways in this same model, and I have a couple of them. So this colorway is kind of like his Air Jordan 1 or his, you know, Yeezy, you know, 350 V2 or 350. You know, he makes a lot of colorways in using the same model, and I really like all of them. So, you know, shout out to, you know, Devlin, the person that found this, to see you. And you know what you've been doing this year, you definitely been on the come up. So, you know, next year, if you haven't heard about Sia, make sure you follow them on IG and check out a couple of their shoes, because, you know, like they drop shoes like, you know, every Saturday, and when they're gone, they gone. So, you know, you definitely got to pay attention to his page if you want to get a shoe like this. But coming in as my honorable mention is the Somewhere in America SIA Culture Vulture .02 shoes. Also, I forgot to mention is that when you buying this, you supporting a black business, black brand. So if you want to support black, you can definitely buy SIA as well. Next honorable mention is the Air Jordan Retro 5 Oregon or Inspired PE, or the green candy apples or whatever. These was definitely nice. I like this colorway on the shoe. The green pops. We don't really get many like straight Jordans with an all green upper like this. So when these came out, you definitely had to hop on it. I like the fact that they kind of really toned down the yellow vibes that came with this shoe. And you could rock this like green with mostly anything. If you could rock it with Oregon gear, that's great. But you know, I didn't really get this shoe because it was famed towards Oregon. I got this shoe because it's mainly a green Jordan, and you don't really get that many green Jordans, as I was saying earlier. Also, the quality on these shoes was great. So, you know, what more can you say? Coming in as my next honorable mention is the Air Jordan Retro 5 Green Apple Oregon Edition. And coming in at number 10 is the Air Jordan 5 Grape Edition. Classic shoe. As far as the quality of suede they used on the upper is very nice. And you know, if you're a collector of grapes, like I got the white grape 5s, I got the black grape 5s, you had to get these, man, to complete the set out. And also, they don't really make too many purple retro Jordans, if I'm not mistaken, not with an all purple upper. So this was a must have to get, because you know, now I got a purple Jordan in my collection. So coming in at number 10 is the Air Jordan Retro 5 Grape 3.0s or all purple edition. Coming in at number 9 is the Yeezy 700 V3 Azureth edition. I really like this colorway. They made an all black colorway, if I'm not mistaken. That was pretty decent, but like this colorway, it was a must have, man. I like how this color popped off this model like it didn't really do in the other colorways that I've seen in this shoe. And also I like the fact that it doesn't have laces. And it's a pretty comfortable shoe. Not 100% better than the V2s, but you know, it's definitely a nice shoe. So coming in at number 9 is the Yeezy 700 V3 Azureth. Coming in at number 8 is the Air Jordan Retro 6 Hair Edition. I love the Hair 7, so you already know you got to do the Hair 6s. I like the quality that was made on this shoe. And even in the pandemic, like these didn't sell out like day one. So luckily I was able to just go on my store and get a pair of these. But you know, as these sold out, people definitely snoozed on them because once again, Like the quality on these 6s is nice, and it pays homage to a great shoe, which is the Hair 7s. And just overall, you really can't beat it, man. Just, when you throw a hair colorway on a shoe, it really goes hard, and this is no different. So coming in at number 8 is the Air Jordan Retro 6 Hair Edition. Coming in at number 7 is the Reebok Shaqnosis Reversed OG colorway. Once again, I'm not a big fan of the OG version of this colorway, but when you reverse it, it was a must-have. This shoe only released overseas. Unfortunately, I wish this would have released during, in the United States, because I could have got this at a way lower price. But I still paid around retail for it, so I'm not complaining too hard. But overall, just a great colorway. As you can see, you got that Shaqnosis pattern, and it's reversed. Hence the name Reversed OGs. And not much to say about this shoe. It's very subtle, but it still pops at the same time, and I like the color blocking on it, so you can't beat it. So coming in at number 7 is the Reebok Shaqnosis Reversed OG edition. Coming in at number 6 is the Nike Air Raids. Now, I know this is the 2014 version, just to let you know, this is the Peace edition. I forgot the exact name that they called the 2020 edition. I want to say Live, Life, Love, or something like that. But either way it goes, it's the same shoe, so that's why I'm still using this pair, just to make emphasis. But like it was pictures of this shoe that came out, it went viral on Facebook in like 2019, 2018. People was like, man, when this shoe comes out, I gotta get it. It's just so colorful. I like the colors, Black Power, blah, blah, blah. And then it came out again, and these set, like, people didn't want them. I don't know why people snooze on these shoes. Like, it's a great shoe, great quality, and you got the straps on the tongue. I mean, the straps in the forefoot area. Like, just overall, man, a great shoe. And, the color blocking on this goes crazy. I don't know why people slept once again on these. Like, I wouldn't double up on these because I already got this pair. But, people trip when they didn't get these shoes. I don't know why they snoozing and not getting on these shoes, but 6 years from now, people are going to be saying, why didn't I pick up these shoes, when they came out in 2020? I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship with this shoe, apparently. So coming in at number 6 is the Nike Air Raid Peace Edition. Coming in at number 5 is the Reebok Question Pink Toes. These was very disrespected. Like when these came out, or before these came out, they was reselling pretty hard on these, but when the shoe came out, like the price dipped on it. And I want to say more than likely because it's a shoe with pink on it, and certain males don't like to wear pink. They don't want to own they don't want to own shoes that have pink in them. I don't mind. I really like this shoe, and it's crazy how like these shoes were selling for like $250, $230, and then they dropped all the way down to retail or below retail, and that just shows the disrespect for this shoe. So coming in at number 5 is the Reebok Question Pink Toes. Coming in at number 4 is the Air Max 90 Galaxy. Like these shoes is pretty nice, and it's so funny with this shoe. When this shoe came out, like some places were releasing it earlier than they were supposed to. So they was reselling them on the market, and everybody wanted this shoe. This shoe was selling for like $300, $350, $250, which is like a whole $100 over retail, which is crazy. And then when this shoe came out and they gave you so many pairs that, it wasn't a high resale market, now nobody wants this shoe. Now this shoe's trash. Now this shoe isn't really what it's supposed to be. It's crazy how you introduce more shoes into the market, how the hype just dies on the product. And I think this same thing would happen with Air Jordan 1s. If they gave you just as many Air Jordan 1s as they would do any other model, that shoe would sit and no one will like it half as much. But that's just my opinion. Now let me get off AJ1s. We on this shoe, but definitely a crazy shoe. Got that Galaxy pattern on up in there. And I wish it had glow-in-the-dark outsoles. If it did, or glow-in-the-dark hits like right here, and then on the sole, if it did, this shoe will really go crazy when it comes to resale value. But it didn't, so it is what it is. So coming in at number 4 is the Nike Air Max 90 Galaxy Edition. Coming in at number 3 is the Nike Air Max 1 N7 Edition. These shoes was very slept on under the radar. Like these sold out day one, don't get me wrong, and the resale on these is a little bit high, but I didn't hear any clamors about this shoe. And Air Max 1s in general, like they re-released a couple pairs, and they also introduced some new colorways to us, and like people wasn't really clamoring too hard as I thought they would be, but like, or not like a SB Dunk or anything like that. So I personally think that these flew under the market, and a lot of people didn't hype this shoe up like it should, so I had to add it to the list. So coming in at number 3 is the Nike Air Max 1 N7 Edition. Luckily, I was able to get these for retail because my guy gave me a nice little alley-oop on them. Coming in at number 2 is a twofer. You got the Reebok Answer 5 Low. You got the oatmeal edition right here, and then you got the Panda edition right here. The Panda edition and also the oatmeal edition, both these shoes was only sold overseas, so that's why you didn't really see many people in the US clamoring for them. But you know, this panda colorway was always cold to me. I remember this came out back in the day when the A5s came out. I've never seen the oatmeal colorway in these shoes, but all in all, both these shoes go crazy, and I had to add this to the collection. And no one really talks about these shoes at all. Like, these are better than the A5 mids that came out this year, but that's just my opinion. But coming in at number 2 is the Reebok Answer 5 Lows. And last but not least, coming in at number 1 of my top 10 underrated shoe pickups of 2020, or the underrated shoes of 2020 in general, is the Air Jordan 34 Infrared 23 edition, man. You really can't beat that colorway on these shoes. I like the 34s in general, and I like the 35s, and I like the 33s, but unfortunately I needed a colorway that could speak to me when it came to these 34s. And when they dropped this colorway, it was a no questions asked. I definitely had to get these. I paid retail for them, and I haven't really seen this colorway, or haven't seen this colorway go dip for under retail. But you know, I'm definitely cool with paying, you know, the retail price on this shoe, because not only is it decent, comfortable, but you know, since it got the infrared, it pops off the foot. And every time I wear these, people be like, man, what are those? And I'm like, you know, the Jordan 34s. They was like, man, these are better than some of the retros that have came out. And you know, I could kind of agree. Like, you slap infrared almost on anything, it really makes the shoe pop. And it's definitely the case with these. So coming in as my number 1 pick is the Air Jordan 34 Infrared 23 edition. All right, guys, that is my top 10 underrated sneaker pickups of 2020. What did you guys think? Hit that like button if you like this video. Also, comment down below what's your top 3 underrated shoes that came out this year. It could be anything from Reeboks to Nikes, Jordans, whatever, man. Just comment that down below and we could chop it up in the comment section. Also, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. It takes nothing but a couple seconds, and you'll be notified of when I drop future videos. And lastly, shout out to you once again, Liu Kang. I really appreciate you. Thanks for the shirt. I have his link and stuff down below if you want to check his channel out. Definitely one of the nice up and coming shoe tubers coming out. So if you are interested in new shoe tubers to watch, check out Liu Kang at Liu Kang's Kicks, man. And lastly, peace.